The Minnesota Renaissance Festival is happening now through the end of the weekend. On September 29th, we got your chance to win tickets. Head over to our contest page, KFAN.com, keyword contest to enter.
Thank you, Zacho. Here we go. When do you leave, Zach?
Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday. You're gone starting Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
Parrish, are you here next week?
I'm here.
Good. Chris?
I am not. I will be in London, so we're flying out Thursday evening to go to London.
Oh.
Excited.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. How long are you staying?
Till Tuesday. Tuesday we get back, yeah.
Voices carry.
Yep. I bought my seats, and then I saw, too, because I need ADA seats, handicap accessible ones.
Yeah, right.
I paid extra. I had to battle with the NFL on location people because I paid to have sideline ones. Well, they didn't have, those handicap ones were sold out. So they put me in these kind of janky ones, which, whatever, it's fine. It works. But I was going back and forth. They're like, nope, this is how it works. And I was like, no, here's the receipt. I paid extra to have sideline seats. So just refund me the part that I paid extra and we'll call it good. I'm just happy to be there. Mm-hmm. Well, no, here's what we can give you. No, that's not going to work. This is how, so we got it. I mean,
little lack of common sense. It sounds a lot like Chris's story last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How are we not on the same page here?
Yep.
It should be pretty cut and dry.
We're getting $150 each for my wife and I on a $3,000 bill. So,
God.
Way she goes. But it'll be fine. Whatever. I'm going to be happy to be there. And it could be 4-0.
The tickets are that expensive?
Saying,
yeah, we got
London?
We got a pregame hospitality thing too, which isn't. I mean, I'll get my money's worth.
I'm sure you will.
But that can't be that much either. So I don't know. But I needed to make sure I could have handicap accessible seats for sure. So.
Why do you need
what
that?
happened?
I mean, what's going
Rosie.
on?
I got attacked by a shark.
That happens.
How many sharks?
Whoa.
That's a weird question.
25.
Too many.
Something I was I can't remember. I was confused there for a second. But yeah, I do know it's time for the news. You guys want some news?
Sure.
Real quick?
Let's go.
We'll get you some bike stuff in a bit.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey.
Hi.
Presented by the St. Paul Saints.
That's right.
Join us for Bat Boy Day next year.
That's right. Derek and everybody down there always, I mean,
Derek's the best.
he's got his thinking cap on as we speak. They're coming up with all kinds of terrible things for you guys to do.
They're
And I'm so
excellent.
excited about it. I love it. That's going to be great. I hope they break a bat and it stabs one of you guys right in the neck.
Jeez, have I not been through enough?
Right.
You're going to win, Chris. You're going to be fine.
We'll see.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even heard this yet, so it could be filth, floor, and filth and completely superfluous. But I'm going to play it anyway. I hope you guys don't mind. Because it involves naps on the weekend. And it's from the news source. You worked well all week and you made it to the weekend. Now what? Bree Tennis knows.
Franciscan Health says 1/3 of us will nap during our time off work. And that's good because napping improves mood and increases creativity. But JobSite Monster says all that napping cuts into fun, and that causes 76% of us to suffer from something called the Sunday night blues. And it's not the reality of returning to work. They say it's the reality that sleep is more important than play. I'm Bree Tennis.
They're so wrong.
The Sunday night blues were after a Vikings loss, and we didn't have liquor sales here, and the fridge is empty.
Remember that?
Or you could go to the gas station. My dad called it the 3-2 blues because that's all that they could sell was the 3.2 blues. The 3-2 blues.
Parrish, your thoughts about napping hurting or helping?
Yeah, it helps, and you don't have to have a 9 to 5.
No,
you can nap whenever you want.
Were you contacted for this study?
Yeah, I don't think so because they said that cuts into your fun. That is fun for me. Yeah, I love naps.
I hate naps.
You know
what?
I feel
whether
guilty
it's Saturday,
taking
Sunday,
naps.
Monday.
you feel guilty taking naps?
I do.
Really?
There's stuff to do.
Yeah, I get you. I feel you there. That sounds like something I usually feel guilty about, but that one I don't.
Yeah.
For your hours, I only do this once a week.
Let me tell you what's going on with me. And I'm the oldest guy on the show at the moment.
Your crotch is rotting?
Jeez.
You can tell?
Was that in confidence?
How dare you?
Sorry.
I don't tell you things in confidence.
No, because I can't keep a secret.
I can be sitting on my couch watching the TV, completely wide awake, completely engaged, and wake up 10 minutes later, not even knowing I was tired, not even knowing I was going to fall asleep.
Pants off.
You know how when you were a kid, you were fighting sleep and you were doing your best? It's just like I have narcolepsy all of a sudden. I just wake up and it's a half hour later. I'm like, what happened? I wasn't tired. I just drank a 5-hour energy. Getting old is hard. It's better than the opposite, don't get me wrong, but it ain't easy.
Just embrace the naps.
I love napping, don't get me wrong, but I hope it don't start happening when I'm driving home.
Well, it hasn't happened to me yet.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. The Lord will guide you home.
Is that right? That hasn't worked before. Right,
She makes great music.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll never be Royals. Anyway, so there you go. That's my news story. Take a nap if you get a chance. Why not, right?
Amen. Every day.
Let's have some nap.
If that's
Little
your thing,
siesta
then
every day.
Yeah. And don't feel guilty. Crease, you've done enough in this life. You can take a nap from time to time, brother.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome, my friend.
My wife takes the naps for me.
I am tired.
Oh, Sauce, relax, brother.
I'm pretty tired.
I know you are, Forrest.
I love taking naps.
I love throwing the boots to Jenny.
Jesus.
How are your aides doing? It's a powerful case.
There are so many people that have made significant websites or projects related to how evil Jenny really is in that movie.
Yeah.
Well, she's got problems.
You go back and look at all the things she does to Forrest. She really just jumps on at the end when he's got a ton of money.
Sometimes there aren't enough rocks, Corey. Do you know what happened to her? Everybody give her a break.
Yeah, don't make Hawk cry.
Yeah, don't do it. I love Jenny.
Yeah.
This plate's taken.
And also, the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, the restaurant, has ruined Bubba forever because now everybody thinks his last name is Gump.
Yeah.
Right?
Only the dumb ones.
His last name, he didn't marry Forrest Gump. His last name's not, I don't remember what his last name is, but it's not Gump.
Yeah, but good on Forrest to not put Forrest's name first. You know what I mean?
Bubba, then Gump. It should have been hyphenated.
Like it's not Gump Bubba or Forrest Bubba. It's Bubba Gump. Forrest put his name first because he was the one who came up with the idea. You guys know I'm right. Your natural reaction is to think he's such an idiot that can't be right, but you know I'm right. That's a kind thing. Like if we started a company and like I had the idea, which is rare, and I died, you guys would be like,
great.
Hey, who did it?
This business has a chance.
I don't know. I just think Forrest is a nice guy.
Okay. Controversial take.
Yeah, the explanation was passionate.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that's
so. Explain the name thing one more time.
So it's Bubba Gump, right?
Right.
So when he first met Bubba had the idea, all the shrimping ideas, and he said he would go into business with him, but then Bubba died. Right. So instead of being a douche and being like, well, this is Forrest Bubba Shrimp, which doesn't have the same ring to it.
Or just Forrest Gump Shrimp.
Or that.
Stealing the idea.
John, this is why you and I get along, because you can explain things. He didn't. He put Bubba's name first. I think it's
out of respect.
Yeah.
Because he gave his life in defense of this nation.
But what could it have been?
Forrest Gump Shrimp.
Or?
Forrest Gump Seafood.
Or see if the place really had a
Long John Gumps.
If Bubba Gump, because obviously it's about the movie, all the pictures and everything, they should have had Jenny's crabs.
Oh man.
God, Hawk would
right?
order that
makes
the
a lot of
time.
sense.
You know what?
Cheddar Bay Bubba's?
Completely worth it.
Oh. Yeah, you'd sleep with Jenny for sure.
Sure.
The whole town
Kind of
has.
lady.
How dare you guys? Everybody be nice to Jenny.
Well, she wasn't real nice to Forrest.
Just
She
think.
had a hard childhood.
So did Forrest.
The movie, not like Jenny did. Okay?
Forrest
Gump
We don't
came
even
back.
compare traumas and
Forrest's mom.
trauma
I
shame.
think you're allowed to when it comes to what happened to her.
He came back from
Correct. Hawk
Vietnam,
gets it.
and the most dangerous thing in his life was dealing with her crotch.
Oh my God.
Why do you hate Jenny?
She's kind of
Why?
evil.
Jenny is
She had a
salute.
terrible childhood.
see?
Can we change the subject?
Yeah, don't take it out on Forrest.
Yeah.
Or Bubba or whatever the hell his name is. I don't know.
Bubba's dead.
What? Well, then cross him off then.
September's going to be the warmest on record in Minnesota.
Nice transition.
It's too hot. The
too
kids
damn
are back
hot.
in school. It shouldn't be 84.
Yeah, agreed.
way
But
too
next
hot.
week, I think Tuesday, it all changes down
Good.
to 68. I think will be
Hell yeah.
Good. Keep that year round.
That's good.
Mid 60s year round would be great.
You guys need help.
You're the one who's yelling about Jenny's crotch.
Yeah.
That's too warm, too.
Ain't no such thing, brother.
Jeez.
And it's also in the 80s. Probably.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus.
Hurricane Jenny.
Two things left, and then
Biggest
you guys can go.
Wow. My God.
sorry.
What did Jenny do to
Go
you?
on.
My God.
Did she hurt you, John?
I don't know if they're going to let you into
Did she
in.
take your legs? My God.
Jenny didn't hang out with Creasel for 1 second until he started doing keynote speeches. And he came she came
that was a
crawling
long
back
pause.
to him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well.
The ball that made MLB star Shohei Ohtani, the first member of the 50-50 club, is going up for sale. Could be yours for $4.5 million.
That's the hot rumor, right? That's the.
It's not a rumor anymore.
Well, it kind of is. So
What do you mean?
this is what we kind of walked through yesterday. So the auction site is allowing a buy now thing for $4.5 million. But then there's some kind of trigger where if it hits a certain number before like October 9th, then that's off the table because then if it's ramping up, then they're going to basically say, no, it's back on the table and you can auction it. Because then they don't want it to go for more than 4.5 and then cap it. So I don't think it's going for more than 4.5, but we'll see. How about the kids suing, though, there's like an 18-year-old kid that claims this guy stole it right out of his hands. And he's suing, saying, I had it.
Is there footage?
I don't know how this is going to work legally because
It's too chaotic.
Yeah.
it is chaotic. How do you prove that you had it and then had it stolen from you? I don't know how this is going to work, but he wants some of that money. Can't blame him for at least trying, saying, I had it in my hands. You ripped it out of my hands.
Just think you had millions of dollars in your hands.
Yeah. And then
Grip
David
strength.
Jenny.
We have to go to break and stop talking about Jenny. And we also, by the way, real quick, we were so excited to announce the punishment for the Charge Challenge. We neglected to tell you about cultivated CBD and the sponsorship of the Charge Challenge. And I want to make sure you know because it's happened the last couple of weeks where you got the maximum amount off of your order at cultivatedcbd.com because I'm so good at fantasy football suddenly.
You're on a good run.
We'll see what happens here, but we'll tell you if no matter what, you'll use the KFAN code GHOST to get 15% off. If I beat one person, 20% off. 2 people, 25% off. 3 people, 30% off at cultivatedcbd.com. But again, you can always use the KFAN code GHOST and get 15% off cultivatedcbd.com. Thank you for the sponsorship. Thank you, Creasel.
Thank you. I love you guys. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you in London town.
Yes, absolutely. Let's link up.
Let's go, brother.
If your company could use a motivational speaker, be sure to go to johncreasel.com. We're booking well into next year. We have some spots available later this year. johncreasel.com. I love you guys.
Love
go
you, man.
Vikings. They win Sunday. It's going to be greasy, though. It's going to be a tight game because it always is. Divisional matchup. Piss on those Packers. Let's go.
Let's go to Hy-Vee. We'll be right
Love you
back,
guys.
everybody.
Time now for the Vikings Report, presented by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Linebacker Jonathan Grenard joins the power trip next, thanks to Hy-Vee. Plus.
All right, listen. We're your Minnesota Vikings morning show. We haven't talked enough Vikings and or sports of any kind in the last, half hour.
Sauce, you can do that, though, right? You're good at that.
I can.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you all around.
It is over for your Twins.
It's not over.
Not mathematically, but it's over. After their 8-6 loss in 13 innings to the miserable Marlins, they should make Joe Polad watch these last 3 games, Clockwork Orange style.
You homer!
They
You're stuffed up.
I am, yeah. My
he's
allergies are terrible.
he's got allergies this year, and luckily I haven't
Terrible.
been hit by it yet. But
They're coming.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Rocco talking about the
Interesting.
loss. They lost. It was 13 innings. It was an absolute embarrassment. I don't know anything about baseball, and I was like, that doesn't make no sense.
I don't want to call the bunts simple, but there were things today that did lead to us losing the game, but it wasn't any one of those things in particular that led to us winning the game. You're going to have to win baseball games that are not pretty. You're going to have to win those types of games too. You know, the good teams win more of those types of games, but you know, you're going to make errors. You're going to drop the ball. You're going to not get bunts down. But ultimately, when you wrap it all together, you have to do enough to win the game, to score a few extra runs, to do those things.
Yeah, man.
Right. You need to do the easy things.
They battled the Orioles tonight.
Were you guys listening by any chance or watching when they had the bases loaded in the bottom? I think it was the bottom of the 11th.
No, I was asleep.
And they left them stranded.
Sounds like the Twins.
Bases were loaded.
How many outs?
I think one.
Yeah.
I think the bases were loaded with one out. Ugh. I know.
Classic.
Your team fell apart, Marnie.
Oh, no. Way to go, Marnes.
Way to go,
Hey,
Marnes.
look at you, Marnes. You snuck in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
I am 7:30. It's great to be here on an Initials Friday.
Welcome back.
We're back.
Let's go.
Welcome back.
Let's go. I guess you and I are the only ones excited, Marnie.
I was excited. I thought I communicated the
And
excitement.
Marnes, you would have had a chance at the Marnie Slam, but your Lynx squad swept round one. Otherwise, because you're playing
They would've
Initials
had
today,
Right.
Password today, and then the
Correct.
Lynx would have had game 3 tonight against the Mercury, but that's not the case. So now you can't have a Marnie Slam because the Lynx won.
And ESPN having exclusive rights to the playoffs. So the fact that I can't work no matter if there's a game 3 or not.
But still, them winning is the third part of the slam, right?
Man, I'm going to be embarrassed by the answer to this question. I know I am, so I apologize in advance. What is Leah B doing? If
she's doing radio, the Lynx asked her to be an analyst on the
But
radio
they didn't ask you?
Can you believe it?
Wow.
Where'd you go?
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to set up that joke.
Well,
they got no laughter.
A is very hurtful.
Yeah, I know.
So not funny at all.
That's why I did it.
It's hurtful.
Yeah.
The pain is the humor.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
B.
That's what Corey's tramp stamp says.
That's what my contract says.
Leah B, she's an analyst, and I am a play-by-play. And the radio already has a play-by-play. His name is Wendell Epps.
Yeah, I
and
haven't met him yet, by
He's
the way.
great.
Omar's
He's
brother.
awesome.
Oh,
Full
yeah.
of energy.
Yeah.
Great kid.
Yeah.
So they needed an analyst. And as you'll remember from about 30 seconds ago, that's Leah.
Right. Do you know who runs the engineering for the Lynx radio network?
Yeah.
Nosy?
V-Rod.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. It's like old home week.
Yeah,
but
V-Rod
there
and
was no
I-
Marty to be found anywhere. I don't know what happened.
Oh, rub it in.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
got here.
I'm throwing you off your game. I need to win today.
Yeah, you will.
I will lock in.
Go, guys.
The Lynx rolled their way into the semis, Barnes. They will face the Sun in round 2 on Sunday
Don't look straight at
on.
the sun.
at 7:30.
This is a tough matchup for the Lynx, but remember that game on the road in the final week of the season when Bridget Carlton hit that massive
course.
3-pointer?
Yeah.
Oh, Canada. That was against the Connecticut Sun in Connecticut. We'll have home court advantage in this series, but it's a very tough matchup. They're a very good team, but I feel like we figured something out in our third and final game against them, which gives me great confidence.
Good.
I see us in the finals.
Best of 5.
Best of 5.
Let's go. Go Lynx.
Hey, Perry.
Yeah.
The Wild play another preseason game tonight against the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the roster. They were very outgunned in Dallas on Wednesday. We had a very young team, and Dallas had a bunch of their big boys playing: Ben Duchesne, Rupe Hintz. So they were outmatched pretty good. That being said, boy, that Lauco trade from Boston brought him in. He's got a couple of goals already. It looks like he's got a good scoring touch. That Graham Clark kid, they got a couple of young kids that are definitely stepping up, and it's been fun to watch. So and that's kind of what the preseason is about. It's not about wins and losses because you do never know what the other team's going to do. And when John Hines gave all the young guys a chance, Dallas said, we're going to put them through something here tonight. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the next one. It's a fun time of year for me to watch, even though I hated every single moment of it when I was playing.
I bet. Hey, when's the regular season start? How far are we?
I think it's 12th or 10th, maybe.
Is that right?
Zach,
Yeah.
go?
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah,
10th?
maybe.
10th?
The 10th of October.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it'll
There you
be a pretty emotional night, Parrish, because we host the Columbus Blue Jackets.
That's right.
Yeah. That's gonna. I mean, I can't imagine. I honestly just can't even imagine.
Me neither.
Just amazing man, amazing hockey player. He deserves all of it. All of it. And poor Columbus for having to somehow play through it.
So I'm going to change the subject because it's very
Please do.
sad, and I want to make it. I want to take it away.
Thank you.
From that. Did you know all the information I told everybody yesterday? I learned about Hobie Baker.
Maybe, maybe not. What information did you say?
I believe he's the only person ever to be in both the in both the football and the hockey Hall of Fame, because he was at Princeton, like the best football player of all time.
Yeah.
He was also obviously the best hockey player of all time. He went to a prep school someplace like, I think, Marney, like in New Hampshire, something like that, where all the rich people went. Like F. Scott Fitzgerald went there, all these famous people and stuff like that. Anyway, and he loved skating so much that he would go out at night and skate, but there weren't any lights because it's like, 1913, or it was before that even. So he learned to puck handle so well because he couldn't see the puck. So he had to do it by feel.
Sticky handle.
Whatever you call it.
No, that's true. That's amazing. That would be a heck of a way to train. I don't know if anybody ever thought about it before, but yeah,
he did it by necessity. You know what I mean?
You had to, and yeah, that feel. That's where you get your hands. And if you got great hands, you got to have to feel that puck.
What's going on over there? What's going on over there? What just happened?
Oh my God!
Sauce is showing Corey something on his phone.
Show Marnie.
Secret.
What is it?
Yes, no, show Marnie.
What the hell just happened?
Get back here. Show Marnie.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Wait, I'm excited. Get in here.
You know what it is.
Who got hacked?
Look at the and that's not a hack.
Get in here.
Tommy.
Oh,
that is absolutely true, by the way. That is a true statement.
I need to see it too.
That is a true statement.
What is a true
Show
statement?
Marnie.
Oh, Jesus.
What is the true statement?
Well, then, let me
The
I'll get to that
text.
in a second.
Get to that.
I'll get to that in a second. The first part I wanted to tell you guys, by the way. Did you know he was a fighter pilot in World War I?
Yes, that I knew. I honestly didn't know the football part.
Okay. Here's the other thing. Did you know the war ended? Apparently it's a thing that everybody knows. If you're a fighter pilot, you don't take one more flight. You just go home. He took one more flight and died. The engine cut out while he was in the air, and he crashed into the ground.
Yeah.
But yes, what that text said is true as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I stepped on your touchdown.
No, it's true. Yeah. So, really interesting story, and I can't believe they haven't made a movie about him yet.
That's a great point.
I mean, he knew everybody. Cole Porter.
Right.
As I said, F. Scott Fitzgerald, like he was F. Scott Fitzgerald's hero. Like that's a lot of the characters in the stories they think were based on him, including the former athlete in The Great Gatsby.
Oh,
if you
really?
remember, yeah, they think that was based on Hobie Baker. What a freaking life!
Wow.
And very sad as well because he couldn't be who he was, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. I would encourage you to listen to the 30 for 30 on Hobie Baker.
But
really,
the
really good.
Tommy text is true?
True. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's really interesting how they talk about it. It's narrated by somebody famous. Who the hell was it?
Morgan Freeman.
No, the guy from
David
X-Files,
Attenborough.
David Johnson.
David Duchovny.
Thank you. That guy. David Duchovny. Really, really well done.
They
that's-
talk about that?
Yeah, they talk about it because they say, okay, I'm just going to say, he was gay, right? But they didn't, and I don't even know how to say it correctly. They didn't care as much back then. Like it was the teens and the 20s, and he had a guy who he was very close to, was very, very wealthy, who took care of him. And, but like people just didn't care. And then after World War I, that's when it got really conservative in the United States and became something that you would have to hide. But it wasn't like they hid it, like just people just didn't care.
Yeah.
Right? And some of the letters they had between him and the gentleman are heartbreaking when he's in World War I. And then he dies. And they think that maybe there might have been a chance that he went out for that last flight on purpose. It's a fascinating 30
They
for 30.
label
and
it
it's
as
tragic.
a mysterious plane crash.
It's a tragedy. A hell of a thing. Hell of a life, man. His dad was like a wealthy guy, lost everything. And so he only had enough money to send one person to college. And his older brother said, "You're a better athlete. You're going to do better in college than me. You go." And he went to Princeton and became Hobie Baker.
Wow.
Hell of a story. I love 30 for 30s, man. I really
they're
do.
great.
And I read
They
about
are.
them. And sometimes like the like the description, I'm like, I'm not going to care about that. And then I do. Like David Sterling.
They make you care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good producing.
Yeah, the whole David Sterling saga.
Donald Sterling?
I'm sorry. Thank you. I mean, I don't care about basketball.
Sure. But the racism and stuff.
Oh, my gosh.
Sure. Yeah.
What a moron.
The FX
How can you be so rich and be such a moron?
Right.
Don't answer that.
Vikings news is next, and then initials at 8:15 with the usual $4 and $74,500 up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union. Initials jackpot, but Vikings news after this on the Fin.
Brilliant beast and no fate.
I know you're high, you lied too many times. I've seen it all before you wear a mask. No questions asked.
Hey, Rubes, this football season, Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Just head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword contest to learn more and enter today. That's KFAN.com. Make the keyword contest.
Thank you. And thank you, Bell Bank, so much. And thank you, Cultivated CBD, and everybody who's come on board this football season and beyond to help out the Power Trip Morning Show. Support our sponsors. If you support the Power Trip Morning Show, they're the reason we can stay on the air because they're sick of us here. They'd fire us if they could.
Oh yeah.
They've got great HELOCs over at Bell Bank. Check them out.
What are that? What are those?
Home equity line of credit.
Oh, I thought that was some sort of. I thought that was like a locker at Gringotts or something like that.
It was like a baked good because I need a HELOC.
Yeah, you need.
Yeah, you guys. Sounds like you guys are taking out some serious loans in your lives.
Yeah, we got no credit. You know that. Yeah. They ain't giving us nothing.
You may not have credit, but you got some stems.
Dude, thank
and
you.
you look great.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so embarrassed. I never wear
stems?
shorts.
Oh, he's wearing shorts today.
He's wearing shorts, and I can honestly say I cannot recall ever in my entire life seeing Hawk's calves.
Yeah, I know.
Hawk has nice legs.
Thank you very much.
He does.
Thank you. I was very self-conscious, and she looked right at him when she came in. I'm like, oh my God, she's judging me. She's judging me.
Well,
Do you know a moment ago when I had asked Mr. Parrish to bring me 2 sausage burritos in from McDonald's? Sauce walked in as I was finishing the first one, and I can't eat in front of somebody, so I just went in and gave him the second one.
Did. I know that too.
So he came in at the right time. You did it on purpose, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Son of a... Anyway, thank you, Marnes. That means a lot.
Yeah, you should wear shorts more often. And when it's 80-some degrees like this, you should feel
so
full
hot.
confidence.
I know. Thank you.
And we wouldn't look at you strangely if we saw you in them every day.
Thank you.
It's only that in 10 years I've never seen the bottom half of your sticks.
I just think this is another example of inequality because I couldn't tell you to wear less clothing, but you can tell him on major market radio to take it off.
And you'll never see me in shorts.
Oh, really? You're
Except
also
around
an
the
anti-short person?
Yeah, except around the pool.
Oh, okay.
That's true. I've never seen you. I saw you in a skirt once.
Whoa.
Yeah, I will wear a skirt or a dress or whatever, but it's shorts because they, like if you have sizable thighs as a lady, you know, let's say there's a lady in the studio and she is nodding very, yes. A skirt or a skirt or whatever is totally different than the stick.
All right.
Interesting.
Just
Interesting.
not.
We think you're lovely,
Not
Marnie.
super
I also like your blouse, Hawk.
Yeah, it's a Godsmack blouse.
Blouse, yeah.
I love that band. It was a great show last night. I just love it.
What'd you pay for the T-shirt?
Can we get 40-something?
45.
For me to know and you to find out.
Oh, man.
No, $45. You're right. $45.
Jeez, $45 for a T-shirt
That's
now.
right. That's right. 45.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jeez.
That's the way I see it.
Vikings news, shall we?
Hold on one second. I'll get to the right page. Here we go.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Hey, look, I don't know who Charch talks to, but Charch seemed pretty confident with his Packer sources that he thinks Love's going to play.
Yeah.
It's been trending like that for a couple of weeks, but my guess is last week, who'd they play, the Colts or something like that? Who'd they play last week?
Yeah.
Colts?
Yeah.
Maybe they thought they were going to see Jordan Love and they didn't. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him on Sunday. Maybe we don't. It's either Jordan Love or Malik Willis. Same thing for Jordan Addison. We talked about it earlier. He's limited in practice. Charch guessed again that Jordan Addison's going to play. We'll see if that's the case. Don't know. It'd be nice. That's the best part about this start so far is you're 3-0. TJ Hawkinson's still on IR, and Jordan Addison's missed most of the season. So you're going to get better, right? And sure, we missed Dallas Turner last game or whatever, Ivan Pace. We've had injuries, but two of your best weapons have been non-existent.
Yeah, how about
We're going to
that?
get better, and they're 3-0.
That's sweet, man.
It's a lot of confidence.
A lot of
gonna be a
confidence.
fun
As a fan.
season. Yeah.
I feel good. I knew that I would.
Na, 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 na,
Thank
na.
you. I can't wait. Let's go. At Pack. It's so much fun. Being at that stadium for that game. It's early in the season, so both teams matter. Both teams are pretty good. It's going to be so much fun.
What game are you more confident about? The Packers not 100% sure which quarterback we're going to see, or Aaron Rodgers in London a week and change from now?
I am very confident we're going to beat the Jets in London.
Yeah, same.
Very
So
confident.
this one is a little bit more
Yeah, it's at
worrisome.
Lambeau, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's Lambeau.
That's right.
And Hawk, you've been to Lambeau many, many times.
I have.
How different is the feel of Lambeau, dead of winter, January, 10 below, versus what Sunday will be, which I assume will be 80 degrees in Green Bay as well?
Sure. There are a few times in my life I've ever been colder. Okay, so here's the thing. To get into the media booth at Lambeau, you guys have been there.
Mm-hmm.
You're underneath the stadium. You come up an elevator, and then you have to walk, and I kid you not, a third of the way around the stadium in an exposed walkway to get to the media booth. And there have been few times in my life I've been colder than I have been in Green Bay, walking that walk because we play a lot of night games there. And after the game's over, I'm drenched in sweat because I got to get down and do my stuff. And then I got to come back up and then I got to go back down. It's freezing cold, but it feels right. It just feels right to be cold like that in Lambeau. And I love the history of it. And it's a little less now than it was when I first started doing the job. And I can't imagine what it must have been like 20 years ago. But people's front windows face the stadium. They live in a neighborhood. The stadium's in a neighborhood. It's the coolest thing, man. There's no place like it on earth. There just isn't.
I can tell you one.
What's that?
Tottenham.
Yeah, good point. Okay,
The
there
one
you
that
go. Right.
where they play a week
point.
after that, it's the same kind of feel where it just looks like a small town London suburb
Good
where
point.
it's just small bar, hole in the wall bar,
Yeah.
small house, and then boom, giant stadium that's spectacular.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it should be there. Same way Lambeau doesn't look like it should be there.
And not as much now because there's so much stuff being built around it. But the first few times I went there, I can remember driving along the highway there before you get off the exit because we stay a ways away in Appleton. And it's this giant stadium in a field. You know, I mean, it's just like a monolith sticking up out of the ground in the middle of the farm country.
Surrounded by Wisconsin's best restaurants like Applebee's, Outback Steakhouse, TGI Fridays. I think it closed.
Right.
Oh.
Chili's.
Yeah. You
Long
can't get a
John
reservation at the
Silver's.
Applebee's. It's always prom, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell because all the four-wheelers are parked in the parking lot.
That's right. I don't know. Whenever somebody's like, yeah, I know you work for the Vikings, but I'm a Packer fan, I always say, I don't blame you. You can't go to Lambeau one time and not have some love for the Packers.
It's sweet.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
It really is. You ever been there, Parrish?
No, I haven't. And unfortunately, all that amazing talking you were doing about Lambeau, I have no interest.
Yeah. Sauce went one time in a station vehicle, flipped somebody off.
I
And got in
did,
trouble
yeah.
for it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
True story. He flipped off a guy driving around on 94, right?
They tattled on me,
He
but I
didn't call it
deserved
happen.
it.
Well, you are kind of representing something. when
Yeah,
you're
no, I'm not.
driving.
I wasn't.
Why did you flip him off again? Was it just his driving, or what was he doing? I forget that part of the story.
I don't remember.
He yelled, go Pack or something like that.
Yeah, and I flipped him off.
He flipped him off.
Yeah, I don't care.
And then he
wow.
called Abbott and told on him.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's ever.
that's really douchey, but
Yeah, it
It was
is.
great.
getting offended by somebody yelling "Go Pack" is like such a 16-year-old thing to care about. Like, okay, good, go Pack, but you
Was
flipped him
probably
off.
the way he said it.
Yeah, I don't do
Well, weren't
a lot
you-
of bright things.
Weren't you going down the highway? I mean, did
No,
you
we
roll
were
down?
stopped to get gas, I think. I'm just an asshole.
Well, that also was, that was rock bottom era as well, right? That was the wrong time probably to do that to you. Yeah. Pretty close.
I think the rock bottom era just ended like a year ago. Am I right?
About 4 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Well, I lost that bet. Oh!
You guys gang up on me.
I do what now?
Sounds
I'm
like
Hawk's sister.
Yeah, the allergies made it sound like you said gag up on you.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy texted me. He volunteers.
Thanks, buddy boy.
Sorry, I sound like hell.
Good to know.
Thank you, lady.
This is
Don't
This is anti-elitism, though. The times that I've spent in Lambeau as a media member, it kind of sucks because it's like a library. They have glass that basically makes it sound like it's dead quiet. So the first time I went, I was as a media member, and I'm like, I mean, it's cool, but man, this was the wrong place to watch a game. Then when I went with my mom for her 60th birthday, because she's from Wisconsin, and it was awesome. Sit in the stands. Yeah. It was like, it wasn't cold, though. It was something like October, maybe-ish. I don't remember exactly which year it was. I could do the math, I guess. But anyway, it was spectacular. Way better as a fan as a media than a media member.
Were you in a secondary media seating area? That can't be the main seating area.
The main seating area is behind a bunch of glass.
Yeah, it's just like at
it's like that almost everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the glass, you can't open a few of them to get the natural sound.
It was a library.
It's a library.
It was unbelievably quiet to the point where it sucked all the life out of the game.
That's the written media, like the broadcast media. Like we can open our windows.
Yeah.
They can't.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there with my laptop, dead quiet, bored out of my mind,
Watching
going, "This
porn.
is not very." I probably was. It would have been better.
Yeah.
It was boring as hell. But as a fan, it's spectacular.
It's super cool. Something out, and I won't ask you, Parrish. I'm not going to put you on the spot. But Marnes, you ever show up like really wasted, or like the next morning, like you got a broadcast and you were out too late last night and you're really hungover? You ever done that?
Oh, sure.
I walked into so we played on Halloween night a couple of times, and one time we happened to be. Gerdsey came out, and it was the next morning after Halloween night, and so we stay in Appleton, and it is Party City, USA. Not the decoration store, which is fine. I'm talking about they party in Appleton. And I walked in, and Gerdsey got there early to broadcast, with Sunday sermons or something like that. And he was so hungover, he couldn't lift his head up off the table. And every time he spoke, he lifted his head up and said a couple of words, and he put his head back down. It was hilarious.
I think the story is he was on his way into his hotel room, and he ran into a couple of buddies he went to high school with. And then he said the next thing he knows, it's 3 a.m.
Must be lonely.
Just great.
The other thing, too, and I hope this is one of those things you just talked about, Chris, about them building up that area a little bit. But when I took, again, this is 13 years ago, whatever it was. My mom and I had to stay like an hour and a half away from Green Bay because if you don't book hotels way ahead of time, it's not like it's Minneapolis, St. Paul, where there's an endless supply of hotel rooms. We had to stay, I think it was an hour and a half away. So getting out of Lambeau, listening to whatever the hell they called Packer Fan Line was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then getting out, I think it took us an hour and a half or 2 hours to get to the hotel in the middle of the night.
For sure. Yeah.
It's a long drive.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of places to stay.
Yeah.
You better book it now. Book next year. Just pick every Sunday for the next 12 months and then just cancel them.
If you're a football fan of any kind and you haven't been, I would encourage you to go. It's just
excellent.
And you know what? I want to say this too. As much as we talk about the rivalry and all that jazz, I go to Philly, I'm a little freaked out. I watch my back. Even when I'm like doing my job. You know what I mean? We almost got in a fight in Washington last year. You go to Green Bay, everybody's cool to each other. They give each other crap and stuff like that. Maybe you run into the wrong guy. I don't know from time to time, but it's a friendly rivalry. It really is. You don't feel like you're in trouble, even if you're in the stands and you're wearing purple.
But be careful, though, because if you yell like "Go Pack" to the wrong guy,
then you might get flipped off.
Yeah, you might. Tiny little
I actually
finger.
have been. I was at Lambeau one time, but it was 25 years ago, maybe. So I have memories of it, but nothing recent and nothing that really sticks with me. So maybe it's time to go back.
I think it is. Yeah. Take Parrish.
Yeah.
All right, Pear.
Let's go.
Fine, we plan it. Apparently, it's got to be about 3 years away, though, because we need a hotel. We need 2 hotel rooms.
Yeah. Oh, caught yourself. Busted.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry, Nikki. I meant to.
Mike is going to be pissed.
Matt.
Whatever. I know what his name is. Fan 5 is next. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
This is Ditto, and the song is called Vertigo. Nice job.